the style. Breakup TV. Breakup TV. Breakup TV.
Welcome to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content.
When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
Keep to the style.
Yow, 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 yow. When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
Who got the girl them flex up? Inna the club man vex up. All the girl them pon the floor. Woman them a there pon the door. Look at the girl pon the floor. Look at the girl whining, she grinding now. All the man them yelling. Girl body so hot like a felon. Look at she girl whine like a snake. All the man them thinking. Look at them eye them blinking. Look at the man them drinking. Look at the girl them thinking. When me see woman they so them attack. All the woman in all the club them a whine. Woman me want she now, yow.
When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you. Yow, 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 yow. When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, all the girls them in the club, them are dancing. Alright, yeah. Yeah. Alright, me see the woman so she a dancing there on me. Alright, girl, come to me, yeah. Wind up, that's up on the floor. Woman, that's how them a dance on me, so me like the way she dance on me. Me like the way she whine on me. Go down low, girl, don't let go upon me. Let you wind this upon me. Don't you let go upon me. Ho, wine girl, that's a gon' go. Wine girl said they gon' wine. Holly woman, they upon me mind. Holly girl, them dancing, yow. Me like when the woman them talking. Me like when the woman them dancing. Me like when the girl them hold me. Me like when the girl them a wine slow. Left to right, left to right, left to right. The woman them a dancing left to right, left to right, left to right. All the girl them a dancing left to right, left to right, left to right. All the woman them a dancing left to right, left to right, left to right.
When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
Keep to the style.
Yow, 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 yow. When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
Me like the way you talk to me, girl. Me like the way you talk to me, girl. The way she open up, she bouncy and tell me she want me dig it out. Yo, the girl there she whining. All the girl them timing. Left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right. All the woman them bowing left to right, left to right, left to right. The way the girl them are whining left to right, left to right, left to right. The way the girl them are talking left to right. Woman them are bowing left to right. All the woman them are singing left to right. All the girl them are flexing. No woman that's so in the club them dancing. All of the woman on the floor them prancing. Like the way she come to me house it risky. Like all the girl them when them frisky. All of the girl them a come them tipsy. Come to me house and me dig it out. No. Left to right, all the gal them are singing. Left to right, all the gal them are talking. Left to right, all the gal them are dancing. Left to right, left to right, all the woman them are bowing. Left to right, left to right, left to right, to right. Hold on me girl, hold on tight. Hold on me girl, hold it right. Hold on gal, they hold me tight. Hold on gal, they hold me tight. Get up gal, let's whine now. Get up gal, let's go on bud. Get up gal, let's go on bud. Get up gal, let's go on bud.
When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you. Yow, 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 yow. When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
Dirty wine, dirty wine, dirty wine, girl. Dirty wine, dirty wine, dirty wine, girl. Be like the way the woman them party. Be like when the girl them naughty. It's looking risky. All the girl them frisky. All the girl them bend, all the girl them move. Woman they so the girl them want know. Me see the girl them a bend. Me see the woman they so come she a lean. Girl them flexing, girl them fleeky, girl them freaky, all girl them neaty. Woman they so talking real neaty. Girl them come to me room. Hold me body tight, girl. Hold me body tight, girl. Hold me body tight, girl. Left to right, left to right. All the woman them a swallow. Left to right, left to right, left to right. All the woman them a bowing. Left to right, left to right, left to right.
When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
Stop.
Yow, 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 yow. When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
Girl, oh baby, tell me why, tell me why you're playing hard to get. For a man that's hard to get, she's playing hard to get. For a man that's hard to get, she's playing hard. Me as a man, me have no time for play. Me as a man, me have no time for long talking. Me as a man, me have no time for the bullshit. Me as a man, no. Me as a man, no. Me as a man, me have no time for play. Me as a man, me have no time for long talking. Me as a man, me have no time for the bullshit. Me as a man, no. Me as a man, no. She talking about she don't want relationship. She talking about she don't want companionship. She talking about she don't want this and that. So why the fuck you give me your number for? Me see you in the street and me watching you. Me stop you on the corner and me talk to you. Me tell you what me want, that me want no friend. So why the fuck you playing games with my mind, girl? When you see me in the street and I'm walking by, don't say hello, girl. I don't want you no more, so don't ask me why, cause I'm going my way. Girl, don't say Ringo, don't say hello, don't say nothing. Girl, I don't want you now, you had your chance, now I got to go. Don't give me your phone number, my girl, cause I don't have no time to play. I don't have no time to play, no. Don't give me your phone number, my girl, cause I don't have no time to play. I don't have no time.
She's playing hard to get. For a man that's hard to get. She's playing hard to get. For a man that's hard to get. She's playing hard to get. For a man that's hard to get. She's playing hard to get. For a man that's hard to get. She's playing hard to get. For a man that's hard to get.
Me as a man, me have no time for play. Me as a man, me have no time for long talking. Me as a man, me have no time for the bullshit. Me as a man, no. Me as a man, no. Me as a man, me have no time for play. Me as a man, me have no time for long talking. Me as a man, me have no time for the bullshit. Me as a man, no. Me as a man, no. She talking about she don't want relationship. She talking about she don't want companionship. She talking about she don't want this and that. So why the fuck you give me your number for? Me see you in the street and me watching you. Me stop you on the corner and me talk to you. Me tell you what me want, that me want no friend. So why the fuck you playing games with my mind, girl? When you see me in the street and I'm walking by, don't say hello, girl. I don't want you no more, so don't ask me why, cause I'm going my way. Girl, don't say Ringo, don't say hello, don't say nothing. Girl, I don't want you now, you had your chance, now I got to go.
Don't give me your phone number, my girl, cause I don't have no time to play. I don't have no time to play. No, no. Don't give me your phone number, my girl, cause I don't have no time to play. I don't have no time to play. No, no. Don't give me your phone number, my girl, cause I don't have no time to play. I don't have no time to play. No, no. Don't give me your phone number, my girl, cause I don't have no time to play. I don't have no time to play. No, no.
Keep the sound.
Blackmail Advice TV. You already done know what it is. Tonight's live stream is pretty much gonna set YouTube on fire. You know, somebody gotta do the dirty work. Might as well it be me. Where do I begin? For those who've been following me for 1,000 years, you know I'm playing my classic theme music in the background to kind of remind you of where we're going. You see, we're living in a dark time. And these YouTube streets are very toxic. It's polluted with a lot of men who claim to be masculine. They want you brothers to believe that they're here for the people, but really they're not. They're here for their pockets. And I need for y'all to understand that. You see, here on Blackmail Advice TV, we focus on the real. We don't sugarcoat nothing. We're gonna give you the real, raw, uncut truth that these content creators are not gonna give you. You see, I've been on YouTube since 2006. Seen pretty much everything that went down in these streets. What I find is that there's a lot of questions I have for these male content creators. And I have to share this because it's in my heart. Shout out to Carl. Welcome to Team Ringo. Appreciate your support. Shout out to the check-in report for that super chat. Next time I got you on that song, I didn't have it in my queue list. There's a lot of stuff going on in these streets, man. A lot of black men in these streets are claiming they're masculine. They're claiming that they're for the people, that they're here to bring solutions. But the truth of the matter is, most of these brothers, their sexuality is in question, their agenda. And I'm the guy that's qualified to pretty much call it out. Because see, everybody else in these streets, they're focused on trying not to offend nobody. I'm the type of brother that put everything on the line to bring forth the truth. That's why I had over 30 YouTube channels terminated. Because I'm not afraid to speak the truth, even if it cost me everything. Because in the end, when I meet my maker, he's gonna ask me for an account on how I use this microphone. He's gonna ask me for an account on the blessings he gave me that I never used to edify the people. He's gonna ask me, where was I when all the drama was going down? Why I didn't say anything? Why I turn a blind eye? I don't want that to be done to me. So I have to make sure that I'm doing my job. I'm a one-man band, a one-man army. Everything in this live show, I'm doing. I don't got no producer on the side, no producer in the background. I'm doing everything by myself. Because the Most High blessed me to speak to the people. What I realize in these streets is that there seems to be a toxic odor of masculinity that has polluted these YouTube streets, where brothers are leading our men into a form of toxic masculinity. And I'm not talking about the toxic masculinity that the media try to push on all men, even though it includes part of that too. What I'm addressing are men that are not leading our people. Men that'll get on social media and tell our women that they're out of order. Men that'll sit online and bash women all day, but never have anything productive to give our people so that we can grow. It seems as if though most men are just here to exploit women for profit. It seems like most brothers just want to take advantage of the dysfunctions of our women while not offering no solutions to help them. You have brothers that will bash single mothers at every given chance they get. Every single chance they get. But where are the good women? What's the point of keep talking about the same thing over and over? Where are the good women? Where's the solution? Where are the females that we can identify with that brothers can be directed to? We love to focus on the problems because the problems are very entertaining. We love to focus on the negative side because it helps us feel good about ourselves. We'll say that single mothers are horrible, but yet when we turn around, most of you brothers are trying to get those very same single mothers in bed. You very same brothers that will talk about women need to get an abortion, use contraceptives and all sorts of different types of agents to kind of stop a pregnancy. You'll cry when you're on child support. You'll blame the woman for everything possible, but you never seem to blame yourself because you're toxic. This is the type of masculinity that we have today.
It's the type of masculinity that really don't lead anyone. We want to sit around and say our women act like men, while at the same time, us brothers, we're not men. Because we don't lead our women, we don't direct them in the right path, we use them, we abuse them, we get what we want. We use the talking points of quality black men in these streets to our benefit and exploit what is good for our own selfish desires. I've been teaching on polygyny for years. Now I see men exploiting the talking points of polygyny as if though it's just about men just hooking up with women to have sex and have a good time because we're men. No, that's toxic. Very, very toxic. This new form of toxic masculinity within these streets is teaching brothers that marriage is a waste of time. Who needs a wife? Who needs a family? Who needs to have children? This is the type of culture we're in right now, where men don't even want to build a family. Men are teaching brothers to just go out there and pump and dump. Get whatever sister you want, pump and dump. We got so-called high-value men teaching women that they got options. Teaching women that they're supposed to just give a man sex and then he'll decide if he want to keep her around. That's toxic. Because you very same brothers will tell our sisters that they have a high body count. But you brothers are responsible for giving them that body count. You brothers complain about all these women having babies. But it's you brothers that are depositing the seeds inside these wombs. You see, a farmer cannot have no apples, no oranges, if he ain't planting seeds. You brothers are having sex with these women. But then you want to blame them for why you on child support. You want to make it seem like the system is against you. We know how white supremacy works. But you brothers are the reason why you are in trouble. Because you keep laying up with these sisters, knowing good and well you don't want no babies. Why? Because you're toxic men. But you'll sit here and you'll blame all these women. And don't get me wrong, our women got a whole lot of problems. But who told you brothers that you don't have problems? Who told you brothers that you're not toxic? Who told you brothers that you're righteous and everything is good? Who gave you a pass? Who told all these high-value men that they're so-called special? And who the hell made Kevin Samuels the Godfather? I don't know, but that's toxic. Because there's only one God. It's not him. You see, in these YouTube streets, there is something else going on. And I'm going to talk about it heavy. Very, very heavy. I don't care who get offended. I don't care who get mad. I don't care what happens. Because on this channel, it will be said and known that you heard it from me. Before we begin, before we go on this rabbit trail, I need for you to all understand that I'm not playing games. I'm very serious. This is the only live show you should be watching right now. The only one. Because what you're going to get on this show is what you need, especially in this time. If you've been following my channel, I had some recent polls that I put out there. I put these polls out there because I wanted to find out what the people have to say. I wanted to find out how the people would respond to certain content and questions, to see where their mind is. You don't see no script in my hand. From the heart. Many people got blocked in the process because They just don't read, which is another problem with our people. You tell them to vote, they still comment. So they get blocked. I really don't care who you are. I'm no respecter of persons. You will respect my platform. You see, this topic is very serious. I take it very serious because most people don't take their material serious on YouTube. We have the ability to influence people. Sadly, most of us are using our platform for foolishness, entertainment, and there's nothing wrong with entertaining. I crack jokes here and there. I may crack a few here on this show. But when there's a time to be serious, we have to be serious. And now is the time for us to be truly serious. Because what's going on right now in these streets? It's horrible. Back to that poll. Maybe I should throw it up on the screen for you to all see and witness exactly what I'm talking about. Because this right here is going to prove something. Before we get to the poll, I need to make something crystal clear for everybody viewing. On this channel, Black Male Advice TV, Ringo TV Raw, I, Ringo, focus on relationships between heterosexual men and heterosexual women. I do not endorse, support anything of the alternative lifestyle. On this platform, I, Ringo TV Raw, embrace family growth between a man and a woman. That is how I move. I don't support anything to the far left, anything to the far right. That's not how I move. If you are here viewing my content, it is because you want to hear information on how a man who, like women, can have a quality relationship and learn how to develop himself as a man to be better equipped to roll in these streets. If you are watching my videos as a woman who is a heterosexual woman who want a quality man, you're in the right place. If you're someone of the alternative lifestyle, I have nothing here for your relationships. Now, if you choose to view my content, it is because you want to learn that which is for the heterosexual male and female. Because if you live the alternative lifestyle, you should be on a platform that support, embrace, and teach on your core values. Here on Black Male Advice TV, we don't endorse homosexuality. We don't endorse anything of that type. I deal with a man dealing with a woman to build a family because I'm a family man. And those are my values. And those values will be respected because those are my values. So you may not agree with certain things I may say. You may not desire to hear them. So you have the choice to leave because it's not for you. This is for the heterosexual man and the heterosexual woman who want truth to be better people. Now, if you choose to stay for educational purposes, then that's your prerogative. But here on this channel, I am going to deal with the real. And I am going to rebuke, I am going to correct, and I am going to deal with a serious matter that I see in these streets. I'm not playing around. because somebody got to talk about this. So, I made a poll. I made a poll to address some things, and I want to share that with you. I want you to see this for yourself. Are you ready? Let's check this out. On the screen, I made this poll 2 days ago. As a heterosexual woman, would you date a bisexual man? 221 votes. 15% said yes. 85% said no. Now, the reason why I'm doing these polls is because I don't want to see comments. I want to see votes. Because as you all know, when you vote and you tell people who you vote for in terms of presidents, mayors, and so forth, people will get angry if you voted for someone they don't like, and they will judge you. So voting anonymously protects you from being ridiculed and judged. So 85% of women said no, but 15% said yes, that they would pretty much date and deal with a man who is bisexual. Now, a man who is bisexual is a man who is attracted to both women and men. Now, the majority of women said they would not date such a man. Why? Is it because they hate the bisexual man? No, it is because these are heterosexual women who don't embrace or support men who are bisexual. This is their preference. Just like if you are bisexual, you have a preference. And once you understand that their preference is their choice, you cannot conclude that because they don't want to date these particular men, that somehow they're wrong. Now, that being said, let's move on to another part of the poll. I made this particular poll 3 days ago. And it says, as a man, would you smash a bisexual woman if you know she's bisexual? Look at the way those votes turned out. 532 men voted. So I am not just making stuff up. I've done the research. I put out the votes and they were tallied up, and we have data to work from. 59% of men said no, they won't. But 41% of men said they would. Now, I find this interesting because 41% of men have no problem having sexual relations with a woman who is bisexual. But the sisters, on the other hand, would not deal with a man that's bisexual. Which brings into question the sexuality of you brothers. Now, you may say, for some reason, if a woman is bisexual, she's still a woman, so there's really nothing wrong if I deal with her, but I beg the contrary, there is. If that woman identify herself as bisexual, and you're a man and you choose to deal with her, you know what that says about your sexuality? it says that you, as a man, are in fact homosexual. What it says is that you embrace what she's doing and have no problem. Now, you might be asking, what does all of this have to do with the stream? Oh, you're gonna learn a whole lot. Because there are things that's going on in these YouTube streets that are very questionable, and I have to call it out for what it is. Now, as I scroll down, I'm gonna take a look at another poll that I made. Right here. Do black male content creators in the black sector of YouTube support and promote healthy relationships between heterosexual men/women, LGBTQ relationships, or teach healthy relationships for both lifestyles? Let's look at the votes. 424 votes. 22% said heterosexual men/women relationships, which mean they're basically saying that most of the men or content creators on YouTube are teaching on these particular issues. Another 2% said gay, lesbian, bisexual relationships. 3% said both LGBTQ and heterosexual relationships. 73% of the 424 votes said, I wouldn't support content creators who promote the rainbow life. Now, if you are one who embrace the rainbow lifestyle, and I say that respectfully, you must understand that this is a heterosexual channel that deals with male and female relationships. That being said, these votes are coming from people who are heterosexual people. So the 73% are basically saying they would not support content creators who promote anything alternative from a heterosexual relationship between a man and woman. Now, what you do in your own private time is your personal business. And I'm not here to try to stop you, because you're going to do what you're going to do regardless of what I say. The purpose of me making all of this content and sharing this is to prove a point that 73% of men pretty much are saying they would not support content creators that promote anything of the contrary. What I'm going to share with you in this live show are content creators that are doing the very thing. And you're going to have to judge whether or not you are going to support these people. You're going to have to judge whether or not what I'm saying makes sense. Now, the final poll that I made here. As a heterosexual man, do you accept and support two men engaging in any form of sexual activity? 95% said, no, I don't support that lifestyle and never will. 4% said, yes, I love and support two men doing their thing. 2% said, I'm a straight man, but I take pleasure in seeing gay men. Now, this is data gathered from the YouTube streets on what people think, which will be used in this show to deal with what you brothers are doing. Now, what's interesting to me is that 95% of men said they don't accept or support two men engaging in any form of sexual activity. Now, if that's true, then by the same token, brothers shouldn't support or embrace two women embracing in any sort of sexual activity. Wouldn't you agree? Because if you're gonna embrace sexual activity between two women, but not embrace that of two men, that's hypocrisy. That would be a double standard. That would mean that you don't have a problem with women, but you have a problem with man. That's a problem. And I think that if you're a content creator and you embrace women that like women, you should also have on your platform men that like men. All things equal, that is how it should be. Because you can't half step. And this is what I'm seeing within the YouTube streets, and it must be addressed. So to all the people that are listening and viewing, you must understand where I'm going. Because I've seen some things that are troubling. I've seen some things in these streets that are making me question, what is the agenda? What are black men doing? What are we teaching our people? What's really happening in these streets? On trial is your godfather, the one Kevin Samuels. He's on trial for multiple charges. Not only him, but the Fresh and Fruity podcasts. They're both on trial. And any of you brothers that support or embrace them, you need to question your masculinity. Because these men believe that they're masculine, but really, they're not. You see, brothers, a masculine man, he don't entertain two women getting it in. A masculine man don't entertain any of that. A masculine man focus on building family. A masculine man teach his woman truth. That's what he do. Kevin Samuels claims that he is a Christian. He claims that he is one who follow Christ. He claimed that he is one who is a believer. In this show, you are going to learn that he's not. I have proof. You see, as a content creator, I don't just make up things. I just don't speak just to hear myself. I research the market and I look at the data and then I bring it back to the table and I see what's going on. And what I've gathered is that Kevin Samuels is living a double life. And I need for brothers to know that, because a lot of you brothers, you embrace him as a godfather, when really he's just a guy who took the talking points of various men in the black sector and made a name for himself. And because of that, he's leading people astray. He's not helping our women. He's leading them astray. He want to tell you, sisters, that you're out of order. But you know what's out of order? When a man claims he's a Christian and he embraces women that are bisexual. When a man claims that he's a believer, but he's embracing that which goes against his faith, you must question that man's life. Because if not, it's going to rub off on you. You see, as a man of truth, I'm not going to tickle your ears. I'm not going to give you sugar and candy canes. I'm going to give you the truth raw and uncut. Again, this live show is for people that want the truth. It's not for people that are looking for something to get offended over. Because I don't know you. I really don't. You made the choice to watch my show because you want to hear me. I mean, who am I? But you're here for a reason. Kevin Samuels, he likes to go around saying that our women are acting masculine, that they need to be more friendly, fit, and friendly and happy and, and smile. While at the same time, he embraced women that think like men. That's a walking contradiction, if you ask me. Now, I have to put him on trial because it is clear within these YouTube streets that if you speak against that of a Kevin Samuels, everyone wants to come against you as you're a hater. You're jealous. You're just jealous. No. What I am doing is I'm scrutinizing his walk. I'm putting it to the test. The scriptures even tell you to test all things. Hold that which is good. Is Kevin Samuels leading our women to the promised land? No, he's not. He's leading them to the lake of fire. Because he's not giving you the gospel. A man who claims he's a Christian would know the scriptures. A man who claims he's a believer should understand that there are certain things you entertain, then there are certain things you don't entertain. You're going to learn something in this show. You see, a lot of these brothers in these streets are the same. They don't want their money to be messed up. So they'll tell you what you want to hear. They'll tell you what can tickle your ear long enough to get your pockets. They would see you dying and not care. These brothers are toxic on YouTube and they don't care. I hear it every day. The black woman this, the black woman that. We know our sisters got problems, but who the hell said you brothers don't? Who said that you brothers don't got problems? Who said it? Who said you brothers don't got problems? Who said that you're exempt from criticism? Who said you got it all together? You see, you brothers are just like Adam. When Adam was in the garden, the Most High instructed Adam to protect the garden and keep out all intruders. And what happened? His wife went through the garden, and the serpent pretty much came up to his woman and told her, you can do this, you can do that. And Adam wasn't there to protect his wife. She took of the forbidden fruit that the Most High commanded that if you eat of this fruit, you shall surely die. You will be as gods, knowing this and that, your eyes will be open, all of this other stuff. So she knew what she was doing. Just like women today know what they're doing. And rather than you brothers correct your sisters guide them in the right path, you entertain them in their dysfunction, knowing the damnation that's ahead. And when Eve came to Adam, she gave him of the fruit. He partook of it, knowing. And then when he fell and sin came in the world, the first person Adam blamed was the Most High. The woman that you gave me, she beguiled me. The black man blamed the black woman in the beginning. The first accuser was the black man blaming his woman and not able to be responsible for his own downfall. And to this day, you brothers are still blaming the woman, and you refuse to take responsibility as a man. You want to know why your woman is out here getting pregnant out of wedlock, thotting around on the gram, OnlyFans, doing X, Y, and Z? Because of you. If you brothers are not simping, if you brothers are not tricking, these women won't be able to be on the gram or OnlyFans because you brothers are financially supporting what they're doing. So we could judge them all day. Oh, our women are doing this. Our women are doing that. No, you are financially supporting them. You're toxic. You want to talk about the single mothers. Oh, these single mothers here, these single mothers there. You know what I'm saying? They're having babies, they're doing this. Who's impregnating them? You brothers. A woman can't get pregnant without a seed. You could talk about birth control all day. You put your rod in her. You made the choice, knowing she could get pregnant. So don't cry when you're on child support. Weep, for that is your judgment. I'm not playing games. These content creators ain't gonna give you this. We having a little family talk right here. No, Ringo, it's the woman, it's the woman. No, it's you. You brothers don't take responsibility. How many of you brothers are trying to pump and dump our women? You only care about getting yours. You ain't trying to build a family. Look at all these brothers on YouTube. Are they focused on family growth? Do these brothers got a wife? No, they don't. They just want to play games. I mean, the only brother that I seen out of these different brothers, a particular dating coach, I believe his name is Alan Roger Curry. The brother did his thing, got a young lady, got his family. I respect that. But these other brothers out here, they're toxic. They believe family's a waste of time. Taking care of a woman is a waste of time. Having kids? Oh, that's a curse. Those brothers are toxic. We need real men that understand family, that understand growth. But I see a dark shadow in these streets, and men are not looking at it. It's as if though everybody turned a blind eye because of fame and success and how many subscribers you got. Oh, I got 100,000 subscribers. I'm the man. Oh, I got this amount of people following me. I'm a godfather. I'm this. I'm untouchable. I could do no wrong. You know, I want to show you something. I want to show you what the scripture says before I get in. I want to show you, Mr. Samuels, what the Bible says that you don't read. because you're on YouTube all the time. You don't got time to read the Bible. So I'm going to show you what it says. Are you ready? In the book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 25 to 32, it says, "Who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections. For even their woman did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one towards another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of their error which was meet. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. You brothers better wake up, because a lot of you brothers have pleasure in them that do them. A lot of you brothers have pleasure seeing two women get it in. A lot of you brothers in the polls said that you would smash a sister who is bisexual. You know she's bisexual. You know she like women too. You know she's living the alternative life. You claim you're a heterosexual male, but the truth is your sexuality is in question too, bro. You can't hide from this one. The scripture says what it says concerning the judgment. But know this also, that if you're a brother or sister that have pleasure in them that do those things, you will partake of the same judgment. You ain't getting this content nowhere. Nobody is going to give you this truth, because everybody is too busy trying to protect their platform. They're too busy trying to get new subscribers. They're too busy trying to be politically correct. They're too busy trying to say all the right things because they're trying not to offend someone. I can't live like that. I got to speak the truth boldly. I got to tell people exactly what thus saith the Most High. I cannot sugarcoat anything. Because when all this is said and done, the Most High is going to ask me to give an account for why I had a studio, why I had a microphone, why I went live, and why the people didn't get no information out of what I had to say. I want when I see him, he say, "My servant, you done good. Enter into the kingdom." I don't want him to look at me and say, "Ringo, I gave you talents, gifts, the gift to speak, to reach the people, a platform, a name, and you never used it for my glory. You got content creators, hundreds of thousands of followers, the power, the platform to influence, and they don't use it. You got a Kevin Samuels who have 700,000 followers. And the only thing he can use it for is asking what is a woman's dress size. All of that influence. More followers than a network. And he's not even using it for the glory of the kingdom. What a shame. What a shame. You're just jealous, Ringo. No. I'm crying out in the wilderness, giving a message, letting him know that the Most High is not pleased. And in the end, your soul will be required of you. Because as a brother, to have a platform and it's used just to entertain people, and you're not giving them truth? Oh, but he's helping the women. He's helping them this. He's needed in the community. He's this, he's that. You're just jealous. Brothers in these spaces have been teaching for years. And we don't get no support because we're masculine men. You see, the things that I'm saying here, this is what a masculine man does. Masculine men lead by example, and they teach boldly. These other content creators, they can't do that. They're bought and paid for. Now, I want to show you something. Because Fresh and Fruity podcasts, they're on trial tonight, along with Kevin Samuels. And anyone who participate in these activities, I hold you accountable to the fire, to the public, to see these things. Now, I want to show you something, a clip. I want you to see what I pretty much screen recorded. Take a look at this, and we're going to get into something interesting.
You invite Tommy Sotomayor on your show. Good job on the 100K. Hey, bro, we deal with we embrace anyone that helps men and masculinity, bro. Because and the ladies, I'm gonna agree with us that most guys are pussies. Okay, Grant, $5 Canadian. Will you invite Tommy Sotomayor on your show? Good job on the 100K. Hey, bro, we deal with we embrace anyone that helps men and masculinity, bro. Because and the ladies, I'm gonna agree with us that most guys are pussies. Okay, Grant, $5 Canadian. Will you invite Tommy Sotomayor on your show? Good job on the 100K. Hey, bro, we deal with we embrace anyone that helps men and masculinity, bro. Because
now,
federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe a copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
That brother said that they pretty much will embrace anyone who promote masculinity. They'll work with them, they'll do this and they'll do that because they just reached 100K. And their followers are asking, you should invite Tommy Sotomayor on your show. They said they're willing to work with anyone that will teach men masculinity. But the truth of the matter is that the Fresh and Fruity podcasts, they're not masculine men. They're not men that are masculine. They're toxic to the community. And I'm here to hold them to the fire of judgment. Because somebody have to. Somebody have to do that. It's a very serious thing, and we need to make sure that we're dealing with these things because it's serious. Sherelle in the building, what's going on? Show shout in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right. Evro in the building, what's going on? The mods in the building. Turn it up. The mods are in the building, everybody. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, y'all. You already see the new setup right here. I'm gonna get me another one of these joints, man. Fill these things up with a bunch of sound effects here, man. I'm really loving this, man. But yeah. We about to go there, people. We about to go on a journey. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for where we're gonna take this? Ringo, you're just jealous. That's what it is. This is just hate. You're just jealous. You see, this is a problem with our community. All of the great leaders, the great speakers, they're always the ones that you would say are haters, and they hate this and they hate that. We're trying to lead you in the right path. These other charlatans, they're not leading you. A man who is a Christian shouldn't be embracing that which the Bible speak against. You understand? Oh, I got all the sound effects. Y'all remember this one?
What?
I got everything here. I got all the stuff here, man. I got a bunch of stuff, man. But we're gonna have fun later on, you know what I mean? Chef in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for the super chat. He said, let's get it, brother. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate the support. You know what I'm saying? But let's just throw a couple of things out there. As a man who is heterosexual, a man who is a brother who like heterosexual women, you're not masculine if you entertain or embrace women that are bisexual. You're not masculine. That's toxic masculinity. You're not masculine. I don't want to hear that. That's toxic. As a man who claimed to be a Christian, you should not be doing anything that contradict your faith in the public that we can see. For if we can find it, you are a walking contradiction and people should avoid you. Now remember, the poll said that brothers would not support content creators that embrace the alternative life. We're going to see if you brothers are true to your word. Because what I'm going to show you is evidence that the Fresh and Fruity podcasts embrace and support homosexuality, and Kevin Samuels also embrace and support homosexuality. Again, if you're that of the alternative lifestyle, this is not towards you. This is towards men that are claiming that they're here to help the community, that they're here to help our women, that they're here to help our brothers. And I'm here to hold them accountable. Because if you're here to direct our women to be better women, to be more feminine and fit for a high-value man or a man in general, and you're embracing all these other things, that's sending mixed signals. And we got to deal with that. Shout out to Rollo for the super chat. He said, truth, Ringo, bring it out. Let me see. Shout out to Weird Stars. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. Appreciate your support. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. Now, again, remember what the brother said. Remember what the brother said here.
Grant, $5 Canadian. Will you invite Tommy Sotomayor on your show? Good job on the 100K. Hey, bro, we deal with we embrace anyone that helps men and masculinity, bro. Because and the ladies, I'm gonna agree with us that most guys are pussies. Okay, Grant, $5 Canadian.
You embrace anybody that help men with their masculinity. Well, I'm gonna help you brothers to be masculine because you're not. Now, you might think you're big shots because you got 100K subscribers. Well, I've been on YouTube since 2006. I've been there, done that. I'm not impressed with you guys. Other people may kiss your behind, shout you out, X, Y, and Z, think you're on the top of the world. To me, you guys are not. You're not equipped with what it takes to teach. You're not equipped to be leaders. You're toxic. You're destroying our women. You're exploiting women on your platform. You talk about women need to be this and that, but yet you have IG thoughts that pop up every now and then to exploit them for your own personal gain. You bash women. You humiliate them and kick them off your show. You do stupid stuff like flipping out on women. We don't see you doing that to men. We don't see you putting men on your panel and telling them get the hell out and do X, Y, and Z or be a fight on set. But you do that to women because you're weak. You do that to women because you know you can get away with it. Because you know they can't really defend themselves. You understand? You're toxic. And somebody got to call it out. We see and we hear. I see you pretty much repeating the likes of a Kevin Samuels, trying your best to speak the same talking points. But I'm here to deal with that, to call it out. You're exploiting our women. You're exploiting white women, black women, for your own pleasures. And the Most High is going to deal with you. Our women are far gone, dysfunctional. And rather than you men lead and guide them by example, you entertain the dysfunction, and the Most High is not pleased. You better be thankful for the days you have, for your judgment is coming. Everybody that is exploiting our women, judgment is coming. The Most High is not pleased. And it's time for judgment in the house. It's time for the house to be cleaned up in these YouTube streets. And I'm starting this fire. And I'm going to set it off and put it ablaze. And everybody is going to watch it burn. Because men have to be men. Men of honor, men of truth. Men of character. Men who understand what it means to lead a house, lead a family, to lead a people. These brothers on YouTube, they don't know how to do that. Now, I want to play my fair use warning for Mr. Samuels and everybody else in particular in this video stream.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce,
Understand
distribute,
that.
or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody which doesn't infringe the copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Now that you understand, this video is criticism, commentary, parody, news reporting, everything of the likes, which complies with all of YouTube's terms. 100%. I know the rules. So don't try to come at me with no nonsense, because you will be playing yourself. Now, let's deal with the evidence on why I titled this video Toxic Masculinity. Questionable behavior of male content creators. Questionable behavior. Let's deal with this. Let's go. Y'all ready? Let's deal with this thing head on. Let's go. Let's see. Everything's set. All right.
We accept it because men are pretty simple. Sex, sandwich, silence.
I love it. and that is why I prefer to date. I don't know if you knew that I was bisexual, but
well, I think you did. Yes, it makes sense now.
But there's a reason why I won't date a woman Like I couldn't be in a relationship with one.
Oh yeah.
Because of the complex versus simple. And I like that men are simple. Love that. It's literally 3 things you said.
Well, you know what? My ex was bisexual too.
What?
You know what? My ex was bisexual too. You know what? My ex was bisexual too. Is this like a hot Asian thing? Is this like a hot Asian thing?
Notice that Kevin Samuels said, "Is this like a hot Asian thing?" What is so hot? A woman that is bisexual. Your godfather, the one who is a Christian. Now, we just read the scriptures on what it had to say. But because Kevin Samuels is thirsty and in front of this woman, he identified her as hot and identified that bisexuality is something that is hot. Not only that, he's also suggesting that his ex-wife is a bisexual Asian from New York. Let's go.
Is this like a hot Asian thing?
Not that I don't know any other bisexual hot Asians. Show me where they're. I'm just kidding.
Well, she's in New York City, man. You know, I'm not gonna say your name. Is this like a hot Asian thing?
Not that I don't know any other bisexual hot Asians. Show me where they're. I'm just kidding.
Well, she's in New York City, man. You know, I'm not gonna say your name.
He said she's in New York City. I'm not going to say her name. She said, show me where these hot bisexual Asians are. He said she's in New York. I'm not going to say your name. That's what he said. Where is the Christian? Where is the scriptures? Where is him upholding his faith? To Kevin Samuels, a woman that is bisexual is hot. Now, we saw what the scriptures had to say concerning this. It says they that pretty much are in agreement and embrace those that do those things, they're going to have their part in the judgment. This Kevin Samuels is teaching you sisters that you are out of order based on what a black woman had to say in a video. But what's out of order is black men. Black men are out of order. Black men like Kevin Samuels is out of order. This is out of order. This is not masculinity. This is not that of a man that's trying to help our women. A man that is trying to help our women is not going to be saying that a woman who is bisexual is hot. Nothing against those people. But the point that I'm making here is to validate a serious point. Kevin Samuels liked to say that our women, our black women, act like men and that they're masculine. But if a woman, like women, one of them in that relationship is playing the role of a man, Kevin don't seem to have a problem with her. But he'll have a problem with you sisters that call in on the show. He'll say you're masculine, you're not feminine, you're not this, you're not that. But he embraced women that like women. Now, how does that help our women be better women? Do you see the spirit that is behind Kevin Samuels? And to all you brothers that support Kevin Samuels, you have that same spirit. You have the very same toxic spirit. That's why none of you brothers have wives. That's why none of you brothers have families. Because you're all toxic. You can't call this out because you're a hypocrite too. You turn a blind eye to a lot of things. I don't. I call it out for what it is. I keep it 1,000 with everybody. And it gets real bad, people. You just see in the beginning. It gets real bad. Let's go.
But
like a woman's list of requirements that she wants in the perfect guy is just outrageous. And some of them are very picky to the point where they're like, I'm not going to settle for anything less than everything on my list, and I know he exists. That's usually how they sound.
Well, that's why my show is doing what it's doing, because so many modern women today are delusional. Back up to the simple thing.
He said that our modern women today are delusional, but yet he support and embrace a woman that like women too. Do anybody notice the contradiction? So our women are delusional, but you're okay, and the woman that you're talking to is okay. And the only reason why he's talking to these particular people is because, you know, they have 200,000+ subscribers. See, here on YouTube, people only take you serious when you pass 100,000 mark. That's the only time they take you serious on YouTube. They'll act like they don't see other people. They'll only want to work with people that have a certain amount of subscribers or a certain amount of influence. So he put this woman on his platform. He didn't put you sisters on the platform. He put the Asian woman on the platform. And he called her hot because you're not. You're just delusional. But she like women, and he's a Christian, and he don't got a problem with that. But he'll tell you sisters that you act like men. Let's go.
There was a woman who is bisexual, and she made a video on YouTube that's done 3 million views. She said, I dated women, and now I feel sorry for men.
So as you may remember, I came out as bisexual last year. And since then, I have been dating women. And what I found very fascinating is that the more I date women, the more I find myself understanding heterosexual men.
Back up to the simple thing.
Now, how does a woman who is bisexual can come on camera and say that she understands men because she dated women? That makes no sense. But this is what Kevin Samuels is trying to promote. That as men, we need to embrace women that are bisexual because they understand our struggle, because they dated women. So we're taking advice from women that think like men, that have attraction for the same sex, and we're using that to try to teach men. This is toxic, brothers. This is toxic here. As masculine men, we should not be looking towards a woman that like woman and try to gain information to say, well, they understand us because they dated a woman. A woman can never understand what a man is going through because she's not a man. You understand? And I don't even realize what's so hot about that particular woman. She's average at best. I'm just saying. I don't understand what's so hot. Because at the same token, Kevin will tell our women that they need to take out their fake eyelashes. But that woman have fake eyelashes. And he had no problem with her. See, all I'm saying, people, is this. As a content creator, you have to be fair. You cannot give no smoke to her for having her lashes, but you want to give smoke to our sisters that wear lashes. And I don't support none of the lashes. You understand? But she's not a 9, and she's not a 10, and she's not an 8. She's just average at best. But he called her hot. She's hot to Kevin Samuels. You understand? I'm just keeping it 1,000 with everybody, man. Let's go.
There was a woman who is bisexual, and she made a video on YouTube that's done 3 million views. She said, I dated women, and now I feel sorry for men.
So as you may remember, I came out as bisexual last year. And since then, I have been dating women. And what I found very fascinating is that the more I date women, the more I find myself understanding heterosexual men.
Now notice what I had wrote on the screen. I said, a straight man would never use a bisexual woman's experience to make a point on what men go through, while at the same time claiming to want straight women to be more feminine towards men. It makes no sense. And a masculine man won't do that.
Anyway, here's what my parents had to say about me being bi.
How do you feel about homosexuality?
Well, I'm not a participant, but none of my business.
I'm open to it. I don't care.
Like you personally?
No, not me. I got a lot of cousins that lesbians and gay. So I grew up knowing about it, so there's no big deal.
Back up to this.
Now notice her parents. The father was very vague in his response, very relaxed. He ain't want to say yes or no. Typical of what most people do when they don't want to offend someone. Now we understand that's his daughter. He's going to always love his daughter. But clearly the father don't embrace homosexuality. He just said it's none of my business. That's what he said. But the mom, she's more supportive. She just said she's accepting. She don't care. It is what it is. But the father, he already know it's not cool, but he loves his daughter either way, which is what a parent is going to do. I wanted that to be shared because sometimes people will listen to me and they'll think, oh, I'm this and I'm that. But you just saw her father. He said, I'm not a participant, which means I'm not with that. It's none of my business. I'm just going to leave it alone. He never gave you a yes or no because he don't agree with it. But the mom's answer was very quick. She didn't hesitate. Because mothers are typically the types that just co-sign whatever their children do, no matter if it's good or evil. They don't care. Now, let's move forward.
Simple thing. There was a woman who is bisexual, and she made a video on YouTube that's done 3 million views. She said, I dated women, and now I feel sorry for men.
Yeah, I absolutely, and most of my friends are guys, and I just, when I see how women treat them, I'm like, I'm sorry, because I apologize for my species.
Now, notice what she just did. She's doing the same thing that the other woman just did. She's basically saying that she understands what men is going through because she dated women. And she's saying she apologized for her species. So what is Kevin attempting here? He's using a woman that is bisexual to try to make women that are heterosexual understand that they know what men are going through. This is toxic because a man that is masculine would not sit here entertaining a woman that like women. If that's her lifestyle, okay, let her keep her lifestyle over there. But don't bring that in a space where you're trying to make women deal with men to build relationships. Because I already done told the majority of you that he's not in the business of helping our women. He's just there to pretty much enrich himself while exploiting our women's dysfunction for personal gain. And that is what he's doing. Let's go.
Well, the thing is, that's why I like being direct. I like being very simple. It's like, no. These things matter because you're just overcomplicating it because we've made the sexual marketplace dance so complicated. It really comes down to this. We're human animals. Simple as that. Simple as that. You look at the lions, you look at how things are in nature, and you understand how male and female are supposed to interact with each other. You look at the lions, you look at how things are in nature, and you understand how male and female are supposed to interact with each other. You look at the lions, you look at how things are in nature, and you understand.
Kevin is not looking at nature. You understand? Why Kevin don't understand that in the beginning God made them male and female to produce a family. So why would a Christian man be so happy to be around a bisexual woman? Could I get an answer? I hear crickets. I hear crickets. I don't understand why I can't get a response. Why would a man, a believer in the Lord, be so comfortable around a woman who he know is living a life contrary to what he claimed he believed? Because Kevin Samuels is not a Christian and he don't follow the Most High. He follow Satan. Yeah. Let's go.
How male and female are supposed to interact with each other. I don't try to change us to be anything any different. And go back to the bisexual piece. I mentioned it to my ex-wife. We had the hugest argument. I said, I think every woman, especially a woman who's an 8, 9, or 10, a hot woman, has had at least one girl-girl experience. I said, I think every woman, especially a woman who's an 8, 9, or 10, a hot woman, has had at least one girl-girl experience. I said, I think every woman, especially a woman who's an 8, 9, or 10, a hot woman, has had at least one girl-girl experience.
People, are y'all paying attention to what's going on here? Are you paying attention to what's going on here, people? Mr. Kevin Samuels believes that every woman, especially the 8s, 9s, and 10s, had at least one girl-on-girl experience. This is coming from the Christian man who claims he's a Christian, but this is what he believes. Now, I already showed you what the Bible says, but he's making it seem like it's something cool, something good, something fun. And he believed that every last one of you sisters at some point had a girl-on-girl experience. Whether he's right or wrong, that's not the point. The point of the matter here is masculine men don't entertain that. Masculine men should never utter that. If that's the case, that every woman in her lifetime, even the 8s, 9s, and 10s, at some point had at least one girl-on-girl experience, then by that same token, by that same measure, every man, whether they are an 8, 9, or 10, must have had at least one man-on-man experience. Think about that. If we're gonna go by what he said, then shouldn't it be the same for men? Or is it only okay for women? Why is Kevin Samuels' thoughts so interested in girl-on-girl activity? What's going on inside of his mind? What questionable activity is he fighting with? Because that's not a masculine man. Masculine men don't entertain women that are bisexual. I already told you. A masculine man would turn down sex from a bisexual woman because he know she's carrying a spirit that he don't want. So to all you brothers that participated in the poll and you said you would smash a woman that's bisexual, your sexuality is in question, bro. That proves that you are toxic and you need to repent. Let's go. Let's go back to this show here.
Biggest fight we ever had in our life. It's huge.
A fight?
Yes,
Why was that a fight?
No, that's not true. That's not right. And I was almost to the point, I mean, she was so angry. I was like, well, maybe I'm wrong. After we got married, she confessed, yeah.
Yeah.
I've had one. I'm like,
Especially that's why she was so mad.
His wife confessed to him that she was bisexual. So this man has a history of this going down, the Christian. Now remember, Kevin Samuels have 2 divorces. 2 divorces. If I came up to all of you people, we have over 195 people in the building. If I came up to all of you and said, I'm going to teach you all how to make $1 million in 1 month, but I'm broke, I don't got no money, would you listen to me? Would you listen to me if I'm broke, but I'm trying to teach you how to make money when I don't got no money? My pockets is like rabbit ears. You're not going to listen to me. But you're listening to a man that have 2 divorces, not 1, 2. No relationship, no long-term success in relationships. He got no wife, no kids, nothing is there. But you're listening to him try to tell you how you can have a better relationship? That don't make no damn sense. It don't make no sense. How could you listen to someone teach you on how to have a relationship, how to get a high-value man, how to do X, Y, and Z, when they got no relationship, no success? But they'll tell you that you need to make $10,000 a month for at least 5 years, but yet they don't have a relationship long-term for 5 years. The best type of advice you can get on relationships is from people that have a relationship long-term. They're the ones who are living the life. They're in the game. They're not sitting on the sidelines. They're in the game scoring. But we got so many women in these streets listening to these types because they're blinded by the flamboyance. They're blinded by the success, the suits, the fame, the publicity. Our women are so blinded by that they allow themselves to get deceived by charlatans. No results, but they're telling you how to live your life. He's making it very public that his wife was bisexual. And he's a Christian. Ain't that something? Now, a man that have a wife or a man that dealt with a woman never come out and just put out that information like that. He's very proud of this information. Because what most of you that are viewing are not paying attention to is that he's trying his best to make her comfortable with him. He don't want her to feel like he's there to judge her. You know, like somebody like me that'll open the Bible and teach, that'll give you the truth, whether you like it or not. He's not going to tell her that because, again, he don't want to mess nothing up that he got going. So, telling this woman that his ex-wife was bisexual is to let her know you could be comfortable with me because I accept you for who you are. I accept you for what you like. I don't mind that you like women. I don't mind. You could be comfortable around me. He ain't tell her she's wrong. He ain't tell her, I'm not really with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a straight guy. No. Because the spirit that he got on him is the same spirit. And we bringing it out. We don't care who don't like it.
About it.
She was married, and I'm like, you mean to tell me I met these people? But see, I accept human beings for what they are. See, I accept human beings for what they are. See, I accept human beings for what they are.
He accepts human beings for what they are. Again, if you are one who lived the alternative life, that's your prerogative. You can do whatever you want to do. That's you. We're dealing with a trial here. A man who claimed to be a Christian. A man who claimed he's here to help our black women find a high-value man. But at the same time, look at what he's promoting. And he's saying he accepts people for who they are, which means, again, he's trying his best to make that woman comfortable. Look at the way she's on the couch. Look at the way she's sitting down with a dog. Now remember, he laugh and he mock you sisters and tell you to get a dog. She got a dog. He's not mocking her. She wearing eyelashes. He's not mocking her. She's average at best. But he's not mocking her. According to him, she's a hot Asian. And he accepts her for who she is, meaning that he's saying to her, look, I know you're bisexual. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. I accept you for who you are. Now, what did the Bible say about her bisexuality? Did the Bible accept her for who she is? Or did the Bible speak against what she's doing? Did Kevin Samuels give her the scripture, thus saith the Lord? No, he did not. Because he don't care. He's focused on, maybe I can get next to her tonight. Maybe I can fool around after the show. Because remember, a lot of these men, a lot of these content creators are actually bisexual men. I'm bringing it all out. A lot of you brothers, y'all better wake up to this. But a lot of these brothers in these spaces, the bisexual men that actually are on the low key in these spaces infiltrating the black sector. And I will also submit to you that a lot of what's going on in the black sector have been compromised by men that are bisexual who took that which you brothers have been teaching on for years, and now they took it from you, stole your talking points, and now they're profiting and you're not. So while y'all celebrating, y'all all being played. Let's go. Basically, I'm saying the same thing. I put it even on the screen there. He is basically saying he accept her being bisexual so she could be comfortable being around him. That's exactly what he's doing there. Let's go.
That would throw some people off who say you're bisexual. That would throw some people off who say you're bisexual. That would throw some people off who say you're bisexual.
Notice he said that would throw some people off that you said you're bisexual. Why would he bring that up? Why would it throw people off, Kevin? I thought you're a Christian. Why would that throw people off? I thought it's something good. Why would it throw people off? For what? Why would it throw you off? Look at his facial expression. Look at his face. You know he know what he's doing is not right. He know what he's doing is not right. But for the pleasures of sin for a season, a man is willing to sell his soul. That's just the way it goes.
Okay, it makes sense to me because I remember when you date hot women, they're going to get approached by women. Accept it. They're going to get approached by women, and
some guys aren't okay with that.
Well, then don't date them.
What?
Accept it. They're going to get approached by women, and
some guys aren't okay with that.
Well, then don't date them. accept it.
You hear what he
They're going
said?
to get approached by women, and
Some guys aren't okay with that.
Notice, she said some guys are not okay with that. She's smart enough to know that most men are not okay with other women, trying to holler at their woman. They're not okay with that. And notice what his answer is.
They don't date them. That's the bottom line. Then don't date them, because whatever you have as a guy, some guy's going to have more of it. He's going to have more money, bigger Johnson, more stuff, more fans, more network. You cannot be insecure dating a hot woman.
You can't be insecure dating a hot woman. Interpretation. A hot woman is a woman who is bisexual and Asian. That is what he's saying. A woman is hot when she's bisexual. And as a man, you can't be insecure dating her while knowing that other women like her too. In other words, have your fun with her, but just know she like women too. So you can't be insecure. That is what he's saying there. You got to peep the game and the agenda.
Because, am I wrong?
No, that's a very valid point. It's a good way to look at it.
And the reason I wanted to do this series is because so many guys have so many preconceived or misconceptions about cool hot chicks.
Cool hot chicks. That's what he called her. Now, what is a cool hot chick? Interpretation. A woman who is bisexual. Because in these toxic men, in their mind, yes, she's a female, but I can hook up with her, and then when she have her friends who she's hooking up with, maybe there's a possibility I can have a threesome with her friends. That's exactly what these men are focused on, because they're toxic.
They don't know you're cool. They just know you're hot. So a lot of guys won't even approach you because they think, well, I look at her, I can't afford her.
Now, y'all heard what he had to say. We see what's going on. Clearly, Kevin Samuels endorse and embrace homosexuality. If anyone say that I'm wrong, you are blind and you can't see. He clearly accepts bisexual women as hot chicks. So it's very evident of the spirit that's on that man. And he's trying to lead our women, allegedly. I already told you he's not leading our women. Now, moving on to the Fresh and Fruity podcast. These particular content creators are some of Kevin Samuels' networking buddies. Because remember, within these YouTube streets, as a high-value man, number one, they should switch it all up and just say you have to have 100,000 subscribers. Or you have to be a bootlicker. It's either one or the other. It really don't make no sense, because that's what a high-value man is in these YouTube streets. Because if you only have, let's say, 1,000 subscribers, you're not considered high value. You're just not. They're not going to join you they're not going to make you be a part of their network. And remember, according to the high value commandments, you have to have networking, you have to have all this other stuff. So the Fresh and Fruity podcast, they always allow Kevin Samuels to come on their show to be an attack pit bull to women. So they're all in this together. This is why they all talk these same similar talking points, when really none of these men have wives, none of these men have families. All they do is exploit women for profit. That's all they do. Now, with that being said, let's look at some of this extremely damning evidence which pretty much substantiate everything that I'm sharing in this live show. Let's go.
That's the IGs for all the girls. The only one that's taken is the lovely lady in the purple. So you guys can send a dick pics to the rest of them. So there you go. All right.
Keep it cute. Also like women, so girls go in my DMs.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Spicy.
I like that. All right.
Also like women, so girls go in my DMs.
Okay. There you go. There you go.
Also like women, so girls go in my DMs.
Oh. There you go.
Spicy.
I like that.
Hot and spicy, she said. The other guy said, I like that. Now, this is being perpetuated through their platform. Question, would you allow a man to say, hey, I like men. Could y'all all hit up my DMs? Would they allow that on the platform? Or would that be a problem? So is it okay for women to just say, hey, I like women. Y'all hit up my DMs. It's okay. None of the guys protest. All of them is cool with it. They just say, wow, everybody in the background saying that's spicy. So you got women that claim they're heterosexual women saying it's spicy to hear another woman say she like women. Do you see what's so toxic that's going through these platforms, which is supposed to be platforms that tries to make it seem like they're concerned with helping women? And this is a particular podcast that all they do is bring on porn stars, strippers, thots, and so forth. But then they'll turn around and say that these women are doing X, Y, and Z, trying to talk the Kevin Samuels talking points. Walking contradictions. This is what you support and subscribe to. This is toxic masculinity at its best. Let's go.
All right.
Spicy.
I like that. All right.
Spicy.
I like that. All right.
He said he liked that.
Come on, girl.
Girl, demonstrate.
Which girl is available? Let's go. Oh, Dominican. Go Dominicana.
So it's like, okay, the guy's on top of you, you're laying on your stomach, but like kind of like on the side. One leg is under him, and then the other leg is like, yeah, girl, and then he's just, you know what I mean? Stand up.
Yeah, stand up. Okay.
Yeah.
Notice how the guys are encouraging the women to practice these particular acts on each other. These are supposedly masculine men telling two women to engage in activity on each other. My question to Fresh and Fruity Podcast, would you allow two men to get on your podcast and demonstrate whatever they need to demonstrate on each other to prove a point? Would you do that? I hear crickets. I don't think you'll do that. But you'll exploit the women, further degrade them for your own personal pleasure. Let's go.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Like if I'm laying down, right, and I have one leg to the side, and then
okay.
So I'm laying down on this leg.
Now, do you see what I mean? Do you see what's going on here? Do you see how men are the ones allowing this? We like to say women are dysfunctional, but what I see here is men are allowing this through their platform. These are men who claim that they're masculine. These are men that claim that they'll work with anybody that want to help brothers with their masculinity. But clearly these brothers are not masculine, because a masculine man would not tolerate that kind of behavior on a masculine platform. They'll tell those ladies, y'all sit down. We're not here to promote none of that. We're not here to do that. We're here to deal with men that want to deal with women and women that want to deal with men on a heterosexual level. So we're not going to tolerate this, because if you brothers going to tolerate these women holding on each other and playing around like this, you should also allow men to do the same on your platform. And if you don't, that would be discrimination. If you're the type of brother that's living the alternative life, I suggest you email the Fresh and Fruity Podcast and ask them if they would allow you to come on their show to express your lifestyle the way they allow women. And I want you to do that to see if they would allow you, as a man who lived the alternative lifestyle, I want you to know for yourself if they would allow you to do that. Chances are they're not going to let you on, because they only want and accept women that do that. Now, if you're one that live the alternative lifestyle and these particular content creators won't allow you on their platform to express this, that would be a double standard. And I'm sure you would agree with me, even though I don't agree with the alternative lifestyle. All things respectful, I'm trying to balance out the playing field so we all are on the same page. This right here is not supposed to be on a masculine platform of men that talks about being high value. If this is what high value men do, where are the high value women? Where are they? Because all I see them bringing on are IG thoughts, strippers, and porn stars. They're not bringing any high value woman. They're bringing women that they can take advantage of. Women for the purpose of exploitation. That's what they're doing. That's toxic masculinity. All of these women are being played and don't even know it because they're thirsty for attention. This is sad, man. And this is what platforms are doing on social media. Let's go.
So he's on his knees.
Uh-huh.
All right. Wait.
Okay.
So you go on your knees. You go on your knees.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh shit.
Can people see it though?
God.
Oh, we have to use the stripper camera, Chris. Stripper pole camera.
Wait.
The stripper cam.
Okay, so
The
she's gonna
stripper
do
pole
a
cam. Okay.
position here, guys.
No, you gotta lay down. On your knees.
Okay. So, oh, this is creative.
This is.
Okay, like that. Okay.
No, turn towards me. Okay. But you're the
Okay.
guy, am I the girl? You're the guy. Okay. So,
Oh shit.
Notice what she said. Are you the guy or I'm the girl? Are you the guy or I'm the girl? This is supposed to be what masculinity is. See, the only reason why these women are doing this is because men are allowing it. See, men like to say that women are this and women are out of order and their thoughts and they're doing X, Y, and Z. But what I see here is men exploiting women that have issues. A masculine man would not tell two women to act like one is the man and one is the woman. If anything, she should be demonstrating that with a man. But no, these guys take pleasure in seeing two women get together because their sexuality is in question. These men are not masculine. These men are toxic to the community. Let's go.
We gotta bring the camera down a little bit, guys, so we can see this. Okay, so it's right here. Oh, okay. So she has her legs behind her head, and you're just pushing it back.
Notice they're telling the women to do it again. And the brothers, they got cell phones out. They're so happy. They're so turned on by this. They love it. To the Fresh and Fruity podcast, would you allow men to do this and take out your cameras to film? Would you do that? Do your godfather, Kevin Samuels, also endorse this too? Because I'm sure he do. This is the type of behavior that is going on and men are claiming to be masculine. These are not leaders. These are not men guiding women. These are men that exploit women. Let's go.
Okay, girls, do it. Do it again. Yeah, so she got her legs. Yeah.
So the girl puts her legs there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good position.
That is not what should be taking place on a masculine show where men deal with masculinity and speak on topics. This right here is toxic, and these men should be ashamed of themselves for exploiting our women, exploiting women in general, and a real masculine man would not have our sister playing the role of a man. That sister in the purple or whatever is playing the role of a man. And these brothers want you to believe that they're about masculinity. But yet they're putting our women in a position to be a man, but then they'll tell our black women that they act like men and they need to be more feminine. but yet we have a woman, a sister there, playing the role of a man. But you'll say that I'm wrong for pointing this out. No, I'm the masculine man pointing out the BS that's going on in the community. This is clear evidence and proof that the Fresh and Fruity podcast is out of order and toxic, and they're teaching our women to play the role of a man while simultaneously getting on sisters for acting masculine. You be the judge. Straight men won't be entertaining this if it was two men performing this act. So why with women?
Oh, okay, that's a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one too, I guess. That's what they like.
Peep the game, people. Peep this thing.
I said, I think every woman, especially a woman who's an 8, 9, or 10, a hot woman, has had at least one girl-girl experience. I said, I think every woman, especially a woman who's an 8, 9, or 10, a hot woman, has had at least one girl-girl experience. I said, I think every woman, especially a woman who's an 8, 9, or 10, a hot woman, has had at least one girl-girl experience. Is this like a hot Asian thing?
Do you see what's happening here, people? Do you see what's going on? Look at the brother in the middle. He's confused because he also have that spirit on him. Look at it.
Most women have hooked up with more women than most men. That's right, I said it. Most women have hooked up with more women than most men. You see, women aren't the only ones who see how beautiful they are, how great they smell, the way they move, and so forth. Combine this with the fact that women hook up with so many guys that eventually they get bored and look for an exciting new adventure, and you get women hooking up with each other. Now, some do it on the low and some are open about it. And because women aren't demonized for seeking bedroom fun the way men are, they are able to pursue other women without restraint. On the basis that the average male has hooked up with 7 women in his lifetime, it's safe to assume that the average woman has hooked up with more than 7 women in their lifetimes. Men who deny this simply need to check their egos at the door and understand that this is one of the dark realities of today's dating market and not an affront on their own masculinity.
Now, that was Donovan Harp that said all of that mess. Basically, what he's also saying is that you need to accept the fact that women are doing this and it's normal. So basically what we have is these so-called alleged masculine men are normalizing bisexuality within the community. Now you be the judge. What spirit are these men coming in? Because these men are not masculine. It's not. They're not. It's just a fact. These men are not masculine men. Now, clearly, when you look at the footage and you see what's happening here,
8, 9, or 10, a hot woman has had at least one girl. I think every woman, especially a woman who's an 8, 9, or 10, a hot woman, has had at least one girl experience. Is this like a hot Asian thing?
Okay, Fresh and Fruity Podcast. What part of that is helping men? What part of that is helping women to be more feminine? What part of that is empowering the community? This is the spirit that you people support when you follow these particular platforms. That's the spirit. that they follow. That's not masculine. A masculine platform do not promote to women in this type of behavior. If the women want to go do that privately, that's their prerogative. But don't call yourself men that are masculine when this is what you allow on your platform. Because this right here is extremely embarrassing for that platform. But most of the women and men that support those platforms carry the same spirit. So in their eyes, I'm the bad guy. Look at a black brother in the back. Look at how he's confused. Look at his face. Confused. Because that spirit is on him. He's not masculine either. Don't let the muscles and all of that stuff fool you. Most of these guys are all bisexual men. All of them have some sort of issue going on in their mind. They're confused about their own sexuality. You just don't see it.
Most women have hooked up with more women than most men. That's right.
That's what Donovan Harp said, that most women hooked up with other women too.
I said it, most women have hooked up with more women than most men. You see, women aren't the only ones who see how beautiful they are.
He's also guilty of promoting the same thing.
How great they smell, the way they move, and so forth. Combine this with the fact that women hook up with so many.
He's basically promoting that women enjoy the smell of other women because he wants women to be comfortable being bisexuals for their own personal pleasure. This is what content creators are pushing within these YouTube streets, and we're bringing it all out.
The guys that eventually they get bored and look for an exciting new adventure, and you get women hooking up with each other.
They get bored because they're not being wives. They get bored because they have no purpose. If your purpose as a woman is only to hook up with someone for sex, then of course you're going to be bored because you really have no purpose. These men on YouTube are not men. They're males. They don't really have purpose. They can't guide you anywhere. This is why it's all about sex with you sisters. They don't see you as a helpmate. They don't see you as that which can build a family and have children. They don't see you for nothing other than the purpose of pleasure, and that's it. They don't see anything else.
Some do it on the low, and some are open about it.
Some do it on the low, and some are open about it. Again, their agenda is to push this lifestyle on sisters so it becomes normalized. That's what they're doing.
And because women aren't demonized for seeking bedroom fun the way men are,
women are demonized for seeking bedroom fun like men do. So he's saying that they're justified, and that's why they go and entertain women. But these are the same men who will tell our women that they have a high body count and they shouldn't be sleeping around. Do you see the utter hypocrisy? He's saying that women are demonized for wanting to exercise their sexual freedoms of sleeping around. But these are the same content creators that'll turn around and say women have a high body count and they're sleeping around. So how could you say they're being demonized while at the same time trying to condemn them for having a high body count because you brothers are pumping and dumping them? Do you see how these brothers are walking contradictions? This is crazy.
Able to pursue other women without restraint. On the basis that the average male has hooked up with 7 women in his lifetime, it's safe to assume that the average woman has hooked up with more than 7 women in their lifetimes.
Well, then if that's the case, then it would be safe to assume that if a woman dealing with other women in her lifetime, 7 women, then by the same logic, it would be safe to assume that the majority of you brothers have dealt with 7 men too. If we're going to assume that women dealt with at least 7 women in their lifetime, then women can turn around and assume that you brothers who act like you're all masculine on YouTube also entertain dealing with men on the low. I don't know where these guys get these talking points from, but they need to just stop.
Men who deny this simply need to check their egos at the door and understand that this is one of the dark realities of today's dating market.
In other words, you need to just accept it because it's a part of the market. You're going to deal with women that deal with women, and it is what it is.
And not an affront on their own masculinity.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy, people, man. But there you have it. Everything is clear as day. You know? Clear as day. This is the agenda. This is what these brothers are pushing in these streets. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. You got black men endorsing and pushing our women down this road. What is everybody's thoughts on that? And shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I've been focused on kind of just expressing my views and my points because I had to share all of this information for people to pretty much learn and gain understanding of what's going on, because this is serious, a very serious topic. Our people are being exploited. Our women are being degraded. And these men, they don't care. These men don't care about our women. They don't care at all. You know? Shout out to Cool Gent for the super chat. He said that's why it's so important to guard your mind and heart from those types of fake alpha dudes. They be taking advantage of broken young men. Yeah. Young, broken men. And I'm going to do another show on a video that I seen on Rollo's page. Shout out to Rollo. It was a video of a young brother in his 20s. He had a fine sister, a fine chocolate sister. And he basically was using alpha male scammeries, suggestions, and talking points on his own wife, and end up losing his wife because he's following after these dating coaches on YouTube. And he brought it to the court. Rollo had the video on his page, and I'm going to do a commentary on that as well. And she's not innocent, the woman. Nobody brought it out, but his wife is not innocent. I'm going to bring that out as well. She was also on the low key fooling around. And the judge pretty much sided with her because, you know, that's typical, what they do with us brothers. And shout out to Jacob Jennings for the Cash App. Appreciate that, brother. You know what I'm saying? This particular show is very important because for me, family is important. And those are the values that I hold. And then I believe that a man and a woman were put here to build a family. And as a masculine man, you have to have the right kind of spirit and the energy to lead your household in the right path. You can't be out here doing things that contradict your walk. You know, if you brothers watch my show and you sisters watch my show and you seen me bring two women up and I bring them on over here in the crib, and for whatever reason, you know, they over here sitting on the couch and whatnot, and they back there kissing while I'm talking, you're going to question me. You're going to question me. I'm not going to hear the last of that. I know I'm not. If two women were right there, literally hugging up and kissing on one another, I wouldn't hear the last of that. There will be videos made. People will be putting me on the judgment seat. They'll be calling me all manner of names because they're going to try to figure out why would I allow this on my platform, especially if I'm focused on family development and so forth. So my question to you is, why do you support these platforms that embrace bisexuality while at the same time talking about they helping our women when they're not helping the women in whom they support that are bisexuals? Kevin Samuels did not tell that Asian woman the scriptures. He did not bring it out. He accepted for what she is because in his mind, he's turned on by that. You understand? He don't care about her soul. He don't care about her life. These brothers don't care about our women at all. All they care about is their pockets. And that's what y'all have to deal with. I'm trying to educate and build up the people so that they could pretty much walk out here and win in life. Family is very important. These men on YouTube are toxic. Men that got no relationships are trying to teach you sisters what you need when they don't have anything. It makes no sense. Why are you listening to that? Men allowing women to kiss on their show together. What do that do for our people? What is that doing for you? It's to desensitize you to what you're seeing so you can practice it. We have one side where Kevin Samuels is saying that he believes every woman at some point in their life had at least one girl-on-girl experience. Then you have Fresh and Fruity podcasts telling you and showing you two women kissing to desensitize your mind to that world. They're pushing an agenda. And they're called out right now because everybody knows about it. And I am not biting my tongue for nobody. We're going to bring it out. So, with that said, I appreciate everybody coming through to the show. Appreciate everybody stopping by. You know what I'm saying? Everything is cool. And we having fun, man. We got a couple of more live shows coming up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do the one about the divorce court scene, and I got a couple of other videos that I'm going to work on. But I hope that everybody gains something from this show here, because this is real here, man. This is one of them shows that you need to pay attention to, because it will save your life. It'll save your life. Let me see what's going on. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. I'm gonna pretty much head on out, man. I think we done everything that we need to do here. Soda's cold. I forgot to turn the button on. Oh, boy. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna catch y'all on the next stream. It's Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. You know we always bringing y'all that fire, man. So I'm gonna catch y'all again in the next show, man. We gonna sign out. Y'all take care. Shout out to all the people that supported the show. Shout out to all the people that donated. Make sure you subscribe to the show. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com/blackmaleadvicetv for exclusive content not seen on YouTube. And, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be safe out there. You know what I mean? Everybody just be easy, man. Gonna sign out, y'all. It is what it is, man. And to the brother that donated, I think it was, what was his username? See? The check-in report. I'll have that song on my next live show. I didn't have it in the queue. But peace to everybody, man. We out it, man. We out of here. We out, y'all. We out. Peace, man. Peace. We out of here.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut.